We'll go from Italy to Switzerland. And this, I have to admit, this is kind of a personal thing with me. I love Switzerland, and I want to go there one day. So, 10 tips for finding true love in Switzerland. I don't necessarily agree with these. Because, I just go to the nearest club. Because moving to Switzerland for the first time can be a daunting experience, especially if you're single. With the help of a Geneva-based psychologist and writer, the local has come up with 10 tips for finding love Swiss style. What was that?
I guess that was the buzzer, sir. Sorry about that.
Trying to buzz me? First tip, obviously, learn the language, German, French, and Italian. Join a club, like a sports club such as tennis. I'm not joining a tennis club. Maybe a soccer club, I could become like one of their hoodlum fans. Burn the midnight oil, evening classes such as dance. Not going to do that. Break bread, dinner parties. Some churches offer coffee mornings. I can do that. Date other expats. Expats being foreigners. No, that's the point of going to Switzerland, so I can get me a Swiss Miss.
If I could have a moment, sir.
Go ahead.
You must ask me by my title, Countess von Fingerbang.
Who's that in for you, sir? I know you like it.
Countess von Fingerbang. That's exactly who I'm looking for. And I don't think she goes to tennis clubs or evening classes such as dance. Tap work colleagues. It says tap work colleagues. Like, take advantage of the colleagues' social networks, but it sounds like a double entendre there. Tap other colleagues. And we know this one's not going to work. Go digital. Internet dating. We talked about the horrors of internet dating. Although, it has worked for some people.
I'm going to take the fifth.
You're going to take the fifth on that.
I will plead the fifth.
Volunteer for cultural events or social work. Yeah, not my thing. So I'm pretty fucked, huh?
How about a Swiss Miss Coca Club?
Yes. Oh, or like a submachine gun club.
They probably already have that, though.
The last one says friends first. That never works. Who fucking is giving these, I don't have the name of the person, but they're wrong. Once you're in the friend zone, that's it. You can hang that shit up. Can I get an amen there?
I believe I've said, well, if we're talking about Swiss women, maybe it's different.
Yeah, maybe you got to get friendly with them first.
And maybe it's a cultural thing. Probably not, but I'm just saying could be.
I will get to Switzerland one day. It will be glorious. Police called to Swedish family's Ikea nightmare. You know what Ikea is, huh?
I do.
Neighbors of a family in western Sweden called the police after hearing banging and screaming inside a nearby apartment, but were surprised to learn that a baby and a set of Ikea instructions were the cause of the commotion. Anyone who has ever tried to assemble a piece of furniture from Swedish flat-pack behemoth Ikea can attest to the fact that it can be almost tear-inducing at times, and a family in western Sweden found this out the hard way in the wee hours of a Friday morning. A family in Stromstad, near the Norwegian border on Sweden's west coast, was trying to assemble an item from Ikea at around 1 a.m. The noise from the assembly was enough to wake their child, who soon took to screaming. The cacophony distressed the neighbors, who promptly called the police and reported that they heard screaming and banging coming from the home, wrote the Expressen newspaper. When officers arrived at the scene, they found the couple was engaged in that most Swedish of activities, assembling Ikea furniture, and that the cries did indeed come from an infant child. It remains unclear if the baby was simply crying in need of attention or whether it was frustrated by the complexity of the Ikea instructions. They said it's not the first time that week that police were called out over noisy residents. On that Thursday, officers from Stockholm took to Twitter to share one such tale. Quote, loud screams from an apartment where neighbors who rang the police. It turned out to be a young couple in a toothpaste war. Not a crime. A toothpaste war? What is that?
Sounds something kind of like a shaving cream war.
Oh, crazy Swedes.
Or they could have been shooting one of, those special videos.
Triple X toothpaste porn?
I mean, they're not that far from Amsterdam.
Yeah, it's right across the way there. Some more news from Norway. Hells Angels offer mulled wine and ginger biscuits.
Say that one again?
Hells Angels, like the motorcycle club?
Yeah, I thought that's what you said. I was just making sure I heard that right.
Offer mulled wine and ginger biscuits. The feared Hells Angels motorcycle gang has invited locals into its Oslo clubhouse for an evening of mulled wine and ginger biscuits as it seeks to dispel its violent criminal image.
Are they going to have karaoke too?
I don't know. What has happened to the Vikings, man? They're like pussies now. There has been a lot of publicity around the motorcycle community, and we received a lot of criticism for being closed. So now anyone curious can come and see what we do here. The group's Norway spokesman, Rune Olsgaard, told Aftenposten, quote, you will have the opportunity to look around, and since it's Christmas, we will probably serve mulled wine and ginger biscuits too. Probably. See,
are ginger biscuits anything like marijuana brownies?
I don't know. American, do you know? You ever had a ginger biscuit?
Yeah. They're kind of like gingerbread cookies. You ever had those?
Oh, it's like a ginger cookie thing. A biscuit in the British.
Put psychedelic drugs in it, because that sounds like something the Hells Angels would do.
Well, you got to remember, these are fucking European Hells Angels. It's not the same. It's not the same as the Oakland chapter of the Hells Angels. It's fucking Norway, all right? They're not going to be hardcore.
What has happened to the Vikings, the Viking warrior spirit?
They lost.
They lost?
Well, yeah. There's no Vikings left. It's like what happened to the Native Americans. They fucking lost.
Yeah. Watch out now. Bone Daddy is a engine.
Well, it doesn't change the fact of history that they did lose.
I know. Police discovered 3 handguns and an assault rifle when it raided the clubhouse in 2010, and 11 more illegal weapons in another raid in 2011. But they're illegal. They're not supposed to have those. How did they get them? Oh, my God.
Has anyone checked with Obama?
You might have sold them to him. The clubhouse played a part in the Great Nordic Biker War between the Hells Angels and the rival Banditos gang. Oh, they got Banditos.
My dog, sorry.
Dog.
Yeah.
Rival Banditos gang that played out across Scandinavia and Finland in the mid-1990s. On October 30th, a car bomb exploded outside it, possibly in revenge for an attack on a group of Banditos members as they arrived at Oslo's Fornebu airport earlier that year. This was by Richard Orange from the local. Local.no for Norway. And another story to show the pussification of the Scandinavians. This hurts me. Norway's military goes veggie to save climate. Oh, Daddy. So now they really cinched it for the Russians if the Russians ever invade them, huh? Hello?
Yeah.
Okay. The Norwegian military said Tuesday it plans to put its troops on a vegetarian diet once a week in a bid to fight a new kind of enemy, climate change. I don't know how you fight climate change by eating vegetarian. It just doesn't make sense. In a way, you'll probably fart more eating vegetables. The Army said its new Meatless Mondays are meant to cut its consumption of ecologically unfriendly foods whose production contributes heavily to global warming. Bullshit. It's a step to protect our climate. And the idea is the sort of food that's respectful of the environment. Spokesman Einstein Carvarving told Associated Free Press, Agents Free Press. The diet has already been introduced at one of Norway's main bases and will soon be rolled out to all units, including those serving overseas, said the Army, estimating it would cut its meat consumption by 150 tons per year. It's not about saving money. It's about being more concerned for our climate, more ecologically friendly, and also healthier. Since when is that a military goal? Anybody else see the problem here?
Yeah, I don't think the military should be concerned with saving the climate or the planet or anything. You should just kill people and break things.
That's right. That's what they're for. But we're talking about Scandinavians. They broke shit and raped shit back in the Middle Ages. Guess it's all out of them now.
So far, tonight's stories are kind of depressing me.
I know. It fucking sucks, man. I mean, how are they going to stand up to the Russians? They're not, huh?
Well, we haven't so far.
But we've had stories where the Russians keep on flying into their airspace and shit, and they rely on NATO to scramble jets to get intercept them. What happened to the Norway of the 80s that sunk a Soviet sub? Like there in the harbor of Bergen, I think it was.
Well, the Russians are no longer the Soviet Union. That kind of makes a difference.
Yeah, but I mean, by name, they're still pretty badass. I mean, look who's elite.
I don't know if I'd classify the Russians as badass. That's what I mean.
Well, I could tell you this: they eat meat.
Yeah, they do. Radioactive meat.
See? You're badass.
Well, shit, dude, we eat McDonald's, which will probably kill most people. If
Yeah.
you're not accustomed to it. You go over and you start dropping Big Macs and Whoppers in like Nigeria and Kenya and Ethiopia, that's mass genocide.
You can kill them?
Yeah, to kill them.
Woman's ear turns black and dissolves after a poisonous spider bite in Amsterdam. 22-year-old Dutch woman came back from an Italian vacation with an unwanted souvenir, a bite from a venomous spider, according to LifeScience.com. So she was in Italy, got bit there, and came back to Amsterdam. She sought treatment at an Italian hospital for pain in her ear and swelling on her face, but was unable to find relief. Once she got back home to the Netherlands, her ear got worse. Part of it turned black, meaning the skin cartilage was dead. Doctors determined the culprit was a Mediterranean recluse spider whose bite is known to destroy skin and underlying fat. Victims are often disfigured for life, but this is the first known case of the recluse spider's venom causing damage to human cartilage. Right, I mean, no one's got bitten on the ear before. We'll go from there to, what is this, France? No, Spain. Man's acid attack on kid's revenge on the judge.
Say that one again. What kind of a revenge attack?
A revenge on a judge. Yeah. Decided he was going to acid attack him. He poured acid on the faces of the 3 children.
Before you continue with this story, does anybody start flipping a coin and become some kind of great criminal mastermind?
No.
You sure this is the plot of the new Batman movie?
I don't know. Hopefully, I hope they don't go through with Ben Affleck as Batman. That's just wrong. But so, anyways, a man poured acid over the faces of 3 children and 2 women. Told a court on Friday he did it to take vengeance on a judge who had put him behind bars. 62-year-old Augustine UC planned the heartless attack with one thing in mind: to get back at the judge who had put him in prison by punishing his children. The attack took place at a bus stop in the northern Spanish city of La Coruna in February 2012. It's more like Cape Fear than the Batman. When the aggressor saw 3 children getting off the school bus, he pulled out a bottle of corrosive liquid and poured it over their faces and necks indiscriminately. The children, aged 6, 7, and 9, have since had to undergo several operations due to the damage done to their faces, eyes, and respiratory tracts. What a freaking maniac, man.
What did he do to get thrown in jail? They probably should have kept his ass in there.
Well, it's Spain, so anything short, even if you murder somebody, I think over there, you can get out in 20 years. So, I know in Norway you can. You know the guy that shot up that island in Norway?
Yeah, Reykjavik or whatever his name was.
He got 22 years, that's it. He'll be out. If he doesn't get raped and killed in prison, which I imagine...
Seems kind of likely over there.
Maybe it's not. It's Scandinavia. You don't know.
Well, the raping part seems like something that you would have in a Scandinavian prison.
They might have a bunch of furries or something that have done crimes. That's what their prison population is.